Hey guys, Tim here from Rage Lag Gaming. This video I'm going to be doing a 2020 gaming predictions. Just for the year ahead, I'm going to talk Nintendo, Sony, Xbox, a few other things, and then maybe at the end of the year I might rewatch this video and see how many things I got right, how many things I got wrong, abysmally wrong. Some of this stuff might be wishful thinking, but I thought it might be a bit of fun to toss this together and see what comes of it. So I might start with Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 next gen. So I think PlayStation 5 as console hardware sort of side of things is going to outsell Xbox Series X threefold. I think the news coming out with Xbox Series X not having any exclusives, a lot of like Halo Infinite, for example, you're going to be able to play that on your Xbox One. So I don't think there's going to be any real need to rush out and get a Series X. And I think that's probably a smart move by them, because I think Xbox is really pushing, or Microsoft are really pushing the services, the software side of things. So, you know, these new consoles are probably going to be sold at a loss to those companies. That much hardware, that much power, trying to get it to a, I guess, a customer-friendly price, I think it's going to be tough. So I think Microsoft are smart with what they're doing, but Sony will continue to play their own game and release their console and rely on their exclusives, which I think will work for them. Xbox Series X with Halo Infinite. I think Halo Infinite is going to be the most downloaded game ever on Game Pass. I think the game's going to be average though. It's not going to be a bad game. I think it'll be a good game, but it's not going to be amazing. I think it might hang around on the live streams for a while, but I don't think this is going to be some great big reimagining of Halo. I could be wrong. Next thing for Xbox, a bit of a wild one. I think we're going to see Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 6 come out this year, and I think it's going to be an Xbox exclusive. No reason why, I just think, I have a feeling that's a bit of a loose bet, I guess you could call it. There are rumors about Tony Hawk working on a new game, so maybe it'll be an Xbox exclusive. I think Google are going to abandon Stadia in 2020 after I think it's already failed. But I think Google are going to cut their losses with Stadia and just completely abandon it. Going into the handhelds now, I think Alienware, I think it's going to be too expensive to be successful. I think it's going to have heating issues, and I think the battery life is going to be really poor in it. Running those games, the Steam PC games, are going to take its toll on a system like that, battery wise, and I think it'll be interesting to see how loud that thing is as far as cooling goes. Already with the Nintendo Switch, you know, anyone who's got a Nintendo Switch, that thing can get really hot, especially when docked. So I'm not sure how Alienware will sort of sort that out, and knowing Alienware, I think it's going to be quite expensive, so not a lot of people will dive in for that. We will see, I'm predicting, we will see the Nintendo Switch Pro. I think that's pretty obvious at this point, but I'm just going to throw one out there. I think we're going to see it in July. That's just pure guess. Now, as far as a Nintendo Direct, I think we'll see a Nintendo Direct maybe next week or before the end of January, and I think, you know, they're gonna lay out what they've got planned for the year, and I think they're gonna have some heavy hitters for holiday 2020 to try and keep people interested while the next gen, you know, Xbox and PlayStation 5 are coming out. So what are those games going to be? I predict that we might see Mario Kart 9. I think it's the highest selling game on Switch, and it's pretty much just a Wii U port. So I think it's been a while since a new Mario Kart game. I think we might see one holiday 2020. I think we'll see Breath of the Wild 2 maybe around September, October. I think that's going to be like the Majora's Mask was to Ocarina of Time. It's going to be a darker version of a similar game. I think we're going to see at some point this year, we might see that finally get the Metroid Prime trilogy. I don't know if we'll see Metroid Prime 4. Maybe I think that might be next year, 2021. I think we'll finally see Bayonetta 3 towards the end of this year as well, and I think that's going to be an awesome game. I think it's going to be successful. I think we'll get a new 3D Mario game announced. I don't think it'll come this year, but I think it'll be announced at some point this year. I think we're going to see Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes, like a Let's Go Pikachu sort of game towards the end of maybe this year as well. I don't know, this year with all my predictions, everything's stacked towards the end of the year, but I think we will see that at some point this year. What else? I think that's pretty much it for Nintendo. Let's go now. PS5. I think the PS5 will launch with Watch Dogs 3 and maybe Horizon Zero Dawn 2. I'm not much of a Watch Dogs fan, but I think Watch Dogs 2 was a launch title for the PS4, and I just have a feeling, I think I've seen a few rumors that will be one of the launch titles. Obviously, I think we got Godfall. We've already seen footage of, and I think that's going to be a big success. I think we'll see Assassin's Creed Ragnarok soon after launch, if not at launch. That'll be cross-gen, obviously. A lot of people sort of don't like the look of the Xbox Series X, the tower, the subwoofer. I don't particularly like it either, but I can see why they've done it, and that's for cooling. I think with the processing power of this thing, it needs to push a lot of hot air out the top. It's going to be a big fan in there, and I think the PS5 is going to have to do something similar. It might not be a tower, but this thing is going to look pretty wild, I think, as far as ventilation. I don't think we're going to see these conventional closed-off systems. Maybe if they do some sort of water cooling. So that's about it, guys. So let me know down in the comments sort of what you think might happen in 2020 in the gaming world. Any of my things that you sort of think there's no chance, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.